Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, featuring today a 1vs1 on Angoville. Yes, indeed, we shall be fighting on Angoville today. We shall be seeing in the northern corner, although, of course, I just need to turn this about a bit. We shall be seeing FractalJPN fighting for the 352nd Infantry Division. The best of the infantry divisions immediately facing the Americans in Normandy. Opposing him shall be Bloodraven, aka Helping Hans. Yes, the ever helpful Helping Hans, who's going out for a rather interesting 4-engineer style. I mean, it is something higher ranked players do, but we've been seeing it less and less because, again, the Wehrmacht sort of knows how to counter it a bit more properly, I imagine, because while it can secure a lot of territory, it can also mean you're without a lot of early combat power. So again, it has been been restricted to the 3-engineer start if they do fancy something a bit more engineer heavy. But in this case, Helping Hans is clearly not playing by the book. Well, he's playing slightly by the book, but an older book, not the latest edition. Second hand, with all the slight usage bits there. But we also note right here, of course, FractalJPN is focusing on the east. Again, he's placed the Wehrmacht quarters right here. Not here, but here, which again means he's going to focus up the right-hand side. Not a bad idea, again, to make those decisions. Volkskanähe out, again, that lovely new little skin armor plank, still a bit unsure on it, still looking dandy so far. Pioneer moving about. Pushing up there, and of course, Hans, I have not decided what he's fighting for, but he's fighting for the 3rd Infantry Division. There we go. Should have been a bit quicker than that. Volkskanähe riding up, and engineers coming undefined. Of course, that's the immediate issue that can happen. Of course, engineers getting shot at. Of course, at the moment, Fractal is not aware of this, so of course he's also immediately setting out some sandbags. And of course, again, doing that in a more exposed point, because again, in case then again, he immediately has heavy car. I mean, this is the sort of place where we want heavy cover, because there's barely any otherwise naturally. So again, any sort of heavy cover laid down here will immediately have an advantage. And now we are seeing a motorcycle out second. Good move, early reconnaissance, again also sort of machine gun fire, of course also support the Volkskanähe. Quite nice advantage it can give, and also of course harassment. There we go, first rifleman scored out. Points are being secured already now. Bloodraven, aka Helping Hans. Bike moving in there, doing a bit of damage to the engineers. 352nd was a rather not veteran division. I mean, he fought pretty well, but he was largely, composed of a shattered division from the Eastern Front with a bunch of new troops, and had some time to train, unlike other divisions, but still wasn't quite fully there. It had some other advantages, and apparently it actually had a pretty well-stocked Fusilier battalion in that they actually had access to 2 MGs, which again I'm not entirely sure was the sort of full equipment. Riflemen are pushing in, Volkskanähe is pulling back a bit. The 302nd was rather what the American sector was hinging on, in fact, for quite a bit of time, as it would actually hold up several American divisions. In fact, at one stage it was holding up 4 American divisions. So again, I mean, it fought pretty damn well. Rather being pushed back again, Volkskanähe spike. The bike again can provide, a bit of extra machine gun fire. I prefer the Schwimmwagen though, since it's a bit tougher and slightly more steady when it comes to actual combat against units. But again, that's a matter of personal taste. Slight pioneer action over in the east, but quickly getting run off by a rather large force of engineers. Others are pushed back, in fact, with some pretty severe losses. Bike leading the way, riflemen being pushed away. Riflemen already, additional riflemen. Again, 352nd, rather interesting also was the force to rather also be the one to actually have to provide something for a counterattack initially on, with the Kampfgruppe Meyer composed of the, tank hunter Platooner company right there with its 13 Stooks instead of the Martyrs were supposed to have, and the Fusilier battalion, which was a rather resoundingly strong force, but ran into trouble as soon as the commanding officer died, which rather threw everything into a bit of a problem. And we are seeing a few riflemen up there again. Bloodraven already getting nice map control, largely unopposed in the eastern side, while Fractal is trying to lay down a bit more defensive work in the west. Riflemen coming under a bit of fire. Riflemen pushing up in the south. Oh, they are exposed. They again note cover this direction. In this case, Bloodraven's riflemen are a bit exposed. Their bike pulling back, not really getting any kills off. And here, you wonder, what is he doing? He's worrying there's mine there, and of course, I mean, it's a pretty often spot to be mined, and flamethrowers can actually set off mines, so he's actually just burning a bit, figuring well, I'm best as well do it in case act instead of running into a mine. So not a bad idea, but in this case, there's no mines. In fact, Fractal has yet to lay down a single mine. Bike getting repaired. Bloodraven still hold up there. Only, well, 2 full screens, but they're not really doing much. They're sort of just hiding, going like, you go, no, you go first, Helmut. I don't want to go. But there we go, slightly more aggressive push. Although I think a bit moving up here would be better, or perhaps trying to hit it from several sides. So they can't really just run to one side of the heavy cover. Perhaps also joining in with the bike a bit. MG42 up. Sehr good. And another one actually at a sort of farther bit away again to sort of provide a sort of second line of defense, a more in-depth one. So when this gets run out, for whatever reasons, there's going to be another one to sort of ensure that Hansi doesn't get too far away, and probably going to give Hansi a bit of a shock. And in the meanwhile, we are seeing, in fact, 2 rifleman squads only, and then he goes straight for a weapon support center and a sniper. Less usual stuff you actually get to see. So definitely quite interesting. We are now also seeing Fractal laying down the mines in the name of the fatherland. Troops, looks like Hans is preparing for a bit of an assault with the snipers and the engineers. Flamethrowers hiding up behind the Bokashi and minesweepers. We are in fact seeing some minesters, so they're quickly going to get knocked out. Of course, the bike can help a bit, and there we go, minesweepers. MG, will it stop it? Will it stop it? Apparently not. And there we go, now the assault is in. Hans is pushing. Volksgrenadiers are retreating to secondary lines of defense. Engineers moving up here, but they're getting stopped, and they can't even clear out the mine. It looks like, no, they manage. They manage. Flamethrowers opening up in the pioneers. Sniper has revealed himself. And what is this? The bike's moving in. No, it's not. It's pulling away. Oh, flamethrower engineers. Awfully close to a mine. Awfully close. Ow, bloody lucky for Hans right there. Less lucky for Fractal. Definitely a lot less lucky. But already we are seeing a Kriegbags up. He probably was expecting armored cars of some sort. I mean, again, it's not unusual to see such a heavy engineer start with assault and something like that, but the snipers might have caused him a bit of a surprise. So, of course, he might be getting some counter-snipers to deal with it himself. Yes. Fractal's going to try and stop Hans in the sniper department. And we are seeing a second sniper out already for Hans, a.k.a. Bloodraven, a.k.a. a guy who likes Space Marines of the Warhammer 40k kind. Which is not bad. Pushing up there again on the west with more riflemen, more snipers. Again, he's not actually getting a lot of riflemen. He's relying heavily on his engineers with flamethrowers. MG setting up, but again, there's a sniper. So careful. Forsic, there we go. They're running into the MG42, getting suppressed. The heavy machine guns would actually have been part of the heavy platoon or company, depending on sort of what the level we're dealing with. Usually there would have been a few of those, and also a few heavy mortars. Well, sort of regular mortars. Charging in right there, though. But yeah, I mean, there would usually be 2 of these, for example, and then a few mortars. And there we go, rushing straight into the heavy machine gun, sniper up. And in fact, I think Hans already lost 1 sniper. Yes, indeed. I was talking about too much there about history. I get caught up there. But there's Spike, a nice run right there, and Hans is actually taking some losses against sniper losses, considering he has so little infantry, are in fact very costly for him. Very costly. So of course the question is, how will he come back from this? But already we are seeing a motor pool going up. Again, he's using all the map control he has. Not a lot of mines though. Not a lot of mines. We are seeing a bunker now going up for Fractal. The bunker. Not me. And that was a response to who believes in the boogeyman from the sniper. Trying to lay down defense, laying down barbed wire to try and deny cover to the opponent, also make it a bit hard to move about. Not a bad move, not a bad move. German sniper moving up. The Deutsche Scharfschütze.
At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
And again, we now have confirmation that they won't be able to move about like that in Company Views 2. Hooray! Troops are quickly getting suppressed. Sniper opening up, getting a false grenadier. They are quickly being sent a bit back. Oh, Fraps, stop that. Please. Back in the action a bit. Hans a bit on the back foot. Versus the might of the 352nd. More mines. More barbed wire. No, not more mines. Oh, wait, never mind. Back doing a bit of reconnaissance. Perhaps catching Hansi's little sniper. Let's in fact go have a look at Fractal, see what he's up to. He has gone defensive. A lot of Wehrmacht players do love their defensive doctrine. Personally, I find it a bit boring and a bit overrated, but there you go. I mean, it's great for defending, it's great for holding large swaths of territory if, again, you don't actually have the resources for holding in terms of manpower. But I mean, it's not really going to be necessarily the doctrine to actually help you counterattack, to take territory. And again, that can be a bit of a problem. Some Wehrmacht players do end up sort of shoving this on that corner and then going, oh wait, I can't actually counterattack. Let's see, let's just speed up a bit. Bit of a longer one, but not as long as the last one. Mine's going down. Bit of, you know, preparation work. Mine's here, mine's there. This is actually a good spot to mine, by the way. Greyhound arriving for Hans. Armed with armored skirts and a 50 caliber machine gun. Opening up on defenseless Volksgrenadiers only equipped with MP40s. And they are quick to suffer losses. Right, still waiting a bit. He's apparently equipped all of his Volksgrenadiers with MP40s. Medic coming under fire from the Greyhound. I doubt they'll make it out there alive. And we in fact seen he's gone straight for the Sturm Armory, and he's getting a second sniper. He's not got a single anti-tank gun, so I suppose he must be expecting his armored car to deal with the other armored car.
Armored car deployed.
Which is going to take a bit of time. But in this case, I imagine he's a bit safe because, again, Hans is assuming his opponent has a pack and he doesn't want to rush in his armored car and suddenly go, oh dear, I've just lost an armored car. How rubbish. Although, of course, Hans would probably say it in a slightly more choleric manner, I suppose. Slightly more colourful as well. But there we go, armor car pushing up. It's going to be upgraded to a Puma, so probably some assistance from the Panzerlehr. The infantry division right there did not have access to Pumas or even armored cars. Though it did have access to Stuks, which was pretty rare for an infantry division to have. And it also had actually attached to it Nebelwerfers. Armored car gets out of there though. Puma proves to be a bit of an issue. Can deal reasonably well with armored cars, also with tank destroyers, but you really want some veterancy for that then. Since that actually gives, amongst other things, a 25% damage reduction bonus, and that veterancy 3, it actually gains a damage bonus. But I mean, theoretically you can still do it. And in fact, in the real war, I mean, it could actually have knocked out several tank destroyers of the American kind, simply due to its 50mm gun. But again, Hans is controlling most of the map at the moment. Bike needs to get there. German medic moves forward. Heinz moves in to save Helmut and gets shot in the gut. What a bastard, Hank. What if that medic had been there to save you? And there we go, Puma moving in. Opening up on the armor car, but misses. Does get an infantry kill. MG42 under fire from the Greyhound. Schweres MG42. And the gunner dies tragically. A bit of putting in troops there, of course, for reconnaissance purposes allows Hans, of course, to keep an eye on his opponent. That's not a bad thing. Of course, the question is, what will Fractal get next? Perhaps a Sturmgeschütz. In the meanwhile, Hans has gone straight for the tank depot. He needs some armor to break through the grasp of the 352nd, laying down a rather nice defensive barrier. But at the same time, I mean, Hans should also is in fact holding his part also quite nicely. And I mean, he knows Fractal needs to attack him because, again, he's holding most of the victory points. In fact, also holding most of the resources. But not mostly, he's in fact got the exact same there, but still. And looks like we are seeing a bit of a shift from Fractal. He is perhaps getting ready for an assault from here. Although he has no minesweepers. But he is getting some, so again, he's clearly lining up. And he's also aware that, you know, his opponent is Hans. And of course, Hans is a good opponent, so Hans, of course, knows the values of mining. There we go, though. Armor car coming under fire from the Puma. 50mm gun blasting away. The Greyhound was not built for this. Although it was originally designed as a tank destroyer, yes, I know, hard to believe, but the Americans had a very curious concept of the tank destroyer. In fact, they also had independent tank destroyer battalions which were composed of anti-tank guns. And the first one was in fact basically just a jeep with a tiny anti-tank gun strapped to the back of it. But there we go, Hellcat moving in. The Hellcat was in the war actually the fastest tank destroyer of the Americans, but it also thinly armored, but that's not how it actually is in the game. Still able to do quite a nice job. Bunker under heavy artillery fire. Schwere artillery fire. Grenadiers ready. Might be getting some Panzerschrecks for them. That would be a good idea. MG needs to retreat though. And it did not. Bit of a shame there. At the same time, we are seeing a small push there. Volkswagen hitting mines. Bike down to the vicious tank destroyer. And War City Park. There we go. Armored car actually went down. The armored car is finally down. Will it get the tank destroyer? We're seeing more artillery on the medic bunker. Another hit there. Will the armored car, will the Puma pursue? No. It decides against it, instead reacting to a counterattack by Bloodraven, aka Hans, in the east, with sniper, engineer, and rifleman. So there we go. Armored cars are rolling in. Engineers quickly rushed off. Engineer down. More tank destroyers coming in, and no Shermans as yet for Hansi. Oh yeah, Puma hits a mine-destroyed engine. And there we go, the Hellcat smell blood. Like a pair of sharks, except they're using roads. They now hunt down the unfortunate Puma. Volksgunners are nearby though. And we are seeing, I think, Panzerfaust, yes indeed. Puma is out of control, gets off a nice hit. It's sort of trundling away. Will it get one more hit? Yes indeed, and the Hellcat goes out of control. Now, there we go. Pack opens up on the Hellcat. This could be a bit of a nasty loss for Hans. Panzerfaust and... oh, Panzerschreck actually. And there we go. Second Hellcat is down for the count. Sniper! No. Oh, bloody close, man. Dummkopf. American Sniper, though, keeping up a bit with some shots as well. Volksguy is going to be leading the charge right into a mine. Right between the two buildings. Killing numerous stout Germans. While the west is now in fact completely clear, and there's an MG present for Hans. Sniper opening up, Volkswagen's moving in. German snipers also moving in. And there we go, American sniper trying to get away. Yes! And an engineer squad went down as well. Hans is in fact now suffering terribly. He's down to 2 rifleman squads. Well, now an MG42. And some engineers. That's actually pretty severe. And now, of course, question becomes, how will Fractal take advantage of this? Will he be getting the mighty Sturmgeschütz? Will he be getting additional grenadiers? And, of course, what will Hans do? Shall he counterattack gloriously for Uncle Sam? And victory. Meanwhile, I'm getting hit by a mine there. NG opening up. Armored car moving in. And, ooh, rather thick minefield. Oh, Volkswagen squad went down for Fractal. MG42 quickly getting out of there.
We are ready.
Second armored car on the way, and we are seeing a Sturmgeschütz as well. This is good.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Another medic bunker up there. Rifle engineers advancing. Sniper fire rather taking a toll on the engineers. Grenadiers though need to get over there, and there we go, engineer squatted down. Volksguys moving in. Armored car could be used on the field. Both armored cars, in fact. Rifleman charging right at this, but suffering to the MP40s and the sniper fire. And there's not a lot of mines, but still Hans is laying down mines. He's doing his best to delay the advance of Fractal, make it as costly as possible. Now we are seeing a Sherman moving in. 50 caliber on top. Although of course now it needs to be a bit more careful now that there is soon going to be a Stug. Not quite yet there though. Volksgunners, and there we go. Heinrich suffered nastily. But there we go, the Sturmgeschütz is ready. Now, of course, for Fractal to respond to this. Also consider getting some more troops from Hansi. Not sure I like the positioning of this MG. I mean, it might be better to sort of point it more directly towards the enemy space, less towards the edge of the map, where I'm pretty sure Fractal is not hiding in it. Large army. Sniper and Volkers moving up. Mines going down though. Again, why you don't want to be having a sniper lead the way. Units getting pushed away with the Stug move in. And we are seeing a Kampfkraft sent up. This is good. Veterancy for your armor is sehr important.
We can now support rapid deployment.
And he hasn't actually bothered salvaging that Hellcat for munitions. That would really be a good idea, you know. Get some munitions, get some extra... Whoa! Sherman gets off a nice hit. Will the Stug move in? Will the Stug avenge its fallen comrades? And these folks guys definitely need to get the bloody hell out of there. And the shot bounces off less splendidly. Sherman takes a nasty hit right there. More mines. Hans is definitely keen on mines. What we like to see, don't we, Hansi? And a supplied upgrade, great as well. Another Hellcat. And there we go. That's 21 for the Sturmgeschütz. And a second one. Excellent, excellent. Wunderbar. Sherman rushes straight into the Stugs, but we are seeing artillery getting called in on the assault guns. Riflemen also advancing up, still not all the riflemen, and there we go, the artillery. We are seeing infantry, in fact, for Hansi. He could even call in rangers if he so wanted. The mighty rangers. Sherman is quickly repaired, that is good, Hans. Hellcat's still on the way. Now, question is, of course, what we'll have next. Let's speed this up a wee bit. Again, there's these sort of calm spots where not much is happening. Stugs advancing. Infantry and sniper support. Whoops, clicked the wrong button, my apologies. And there we go, Hellcats, Germans, Riflemen. German infantry is suffering a bit. Pioneers with mines moving up. Panzerschreck flies right in front of the Hellcat, and I'm sure the crew were thanking whatever gods they worship as that happened. And the Stugs actually pull back. Apparently, Fractal is very concerned about Hans and what he might have. He does not want to push forwards, even though he might actually be holding the advantage, considering, you know, all the losses he's caused. Hans. Oh well, oh well. Left is left rather open. Hansi could take a good advantage of that, and we are seeing Howard is up now to support his advance. I'm interested, why did he go for the left hand side first then if he's not going to use Rangers? Or does he just have some sort of Ranger fetish, or just like to go Power Rangers without actually using them? I don't know. And there we go, the first howitzer barrage. And hitting not quite much there. Pack moving a bit around. Armor cars moving up in the west. There we go, Sherman rolling in, coming under fire from the assault guns once more, finding a bit of action. And Hellcats rolling into town. And I get a bit of quiet. Again, not really the sort of doctrine that Fractal is using that's rather helping, you know, actually attack. And so far he hasn't really been getting much out of it, sort of in terms of doctrinal powers. I mean, he might as well go on, you know, Blitzkrieg and use the Blitzkrieg ability to actually allow his Stugs to be much more powerful on the offense. Or Terror, or anything like that. Sherman moving forward. Bunker going down, and there we go, trying to outflank the Stug, but again does not succeed. Instead runs into the Stugs and is quickly pulled back. Still, no attempt at salvaging this Hellcat. This is bad. Again, that would be extra munitions. Armor come up, trying to roll in from the side. Panzerschreck's hit. Oh, almost gets the Hellcat. And again, Fractal is just not pushing. He's just too defensively minded. Come on, Fractal, move in those assault guns, move in the armor cut. Mine hits though. Destroyed engine, anti-tank gun moving in. This could, of course, finally seal Fractal, but again, if he'd just been a bit more aggressive, he could probably, force Hans further back. Instead, now we are seeing artillery probably against the armored cars by the looks of it. Grenadiers down. Fult's going to suppressed. Sherman and Hellcat moves in. And no response from the assault guns. Come on, Fractal. Respond. Counterattack. Rex getting wrecked. Nebelwerfer up for the 352nd Infantry Division. Was reinforced by many other sort of minor units. Lots of troops on leave. Sort of suddenly find themselves in the service of the 352nd. Other troops were basically just from the Reichsarbeitsdienst and such. Basically just to ensure there were replacements for the division in France, since they were rather in the thick of it. Artillery getting called in on the Stug and the Pioneers repairing it. Anti-tank, and as finally arrived, Stug's going to get pushed back. Pioneers dead. Panzerschreck not really achieving much. Nebelwerfer though firing in response. Mine goes off. Oh, the MG in the building is the target. It's burning. The house is on fire. The roof is on fire. The first and ground floor is on fire. Everything's on fire. Burning down the house indeed. Panzerschrecks, and these grenadiers need to get out of there. Rückzug, Männer. Rückzug. Stug's pushing up by the anti-tank gun, still a threat. MG providing covering fire. These grenadiers just need to get the devil out of there. And basically, Fractal just needs to get everything to the front. He also needs to flank. Oh dear! Armor car tried to flank. Hellcat moves in. Pack, though, not well positioned. Oh dear, and the Hellcat's going to be flanking it. This is an absolute disaster for Fractal again, all because he couldn't decide to attack earlier on. And Sturmgeschütz bites the dust. Hellcat helping Hans is pushing on. Sniper fire, and looks like he got the pack with a few well-placed shots. Hellcat suffering a bit, but now we are seeing engineers just charging the anti-tank gun. But MG is providing covering fire. 50 caliber on the way for the Hellcat. No Stug response. The remaining Sturmgeschütz is getting repaired. Hans is still operating only with 2 infantry. Squads, grenadiers, not really doing too well. And there we go. Stug finally advancing, finally going forwards for the fatherland. And another Stug has arrived and takes a nasty hit already from the Hellcat, but decides not to finish off. Panzerschrecks, Stugs, Sherman pulling back behind the minefield. This is good. Veterancy 2 already for the howitzer. Probably something to do with knocking out all those vehicles and tanks. Assault guns, suppressor fire there, forcing those away. Engineers sniped. So far, 11 and 9 kills for Fractal snipers, and since they also killed some snipers, they probably earned themselves in by now, which is good.
Our front lines are collapsing.
No further veterancy. I mean, veterancy 2 for the Stugs could help them, would give them someone to man the machine guns to help against infantry, but also 15% health bonus, which is definitely also of some help. More artillery fire. And a registered mortar barrage over there. Oh, sniper went down. Oh, that was just lucky. And Hans is usually the one to complain about luck. Say no more. Hellcat's MG rifle moving up. Stug's doing their best to stop them. Hellcat simply just rushing in without Sherman support. Has to be careful. Sniper opening up on the advancing riflemen. Grenadiers are suppressed by their own MG-42. Sturmgeschütze pulling back, and we're seeing more artillery in. Sniper retreating, and looks like Hans might be going for an off-map combat group, but he's lacking the territory. He's simply been penned in for too long. But again, currently the problem is for Fractal, he can't really hold all the territory anymore, even with defensive. Again, I think Blitzkrieg or Terror would have stood in a bit more. Stug a bit under fire, pulling back. And Fraps acting out a bit again, my apologies. Sherman advancing, and there we go, Stug's under assault. One has in fact turned around in the wrong direction. Pioneers repairing, Pioneers arriving. Nebelwerfer fight. He didn't even bother with knocking out the anti-tank gun or even stealing it. That was a bit of a mistake right there by Fractal, I will definitely say. Getting pinned. NG-42 running in behind Hans's line and basically just suppressing his rear line troops. Very, very bold, very aggressive. Could have backfired, but in this case actually worked due to the Nebelwerfer actually clearing out the mines. Otherwise, he'd been dealing with a dead MG-42 team. Grenadiers are advancing. Lots of munitions floated. Certainly some room for support fire. Also, floating resources again. We do not like this because again, it basically means, I mean, you have resources which are doing nothing, which means, you know, your opponent can gain an advantage on the field. And again, if you lose something again and he suddenly is still using it, I mean, just don't. A bit too late here for me to sort of get into a discussion about, you know, why floating it back, the sort of deeper thoughts of it, but again, don't. But there we go, Sherman moving in, clearing out the Volks Grenadiers. MG-42 in a bit of trouble. Grenadiers reformed, but others are getting absolutely shattered under the artillery. We are seeing rocket artillery ready, and the Hellcat went down to the assault guns. But there we go, off-map combat group, and we are seeing a heavy machine gun. Some, don't think there's Ryman and Hellcats. Not a lot, though, still something. And Stug moving, hitting a mine, damaged engine. Grenadiers moving up. Panzerschreck. MG opening up, ensuring no one can move in to support the Stugs from that angle. Hellcats rushing in. And we could in fact be seeing one Stug go down. Grenadiers are quickly suppressed though. Simply too much 50 caliber fire from 3 50 caliber machine guns. I mean, those Grenadiers were just shattered, murdered, butchered. Hellcat goes down, but I definitely think one Stug will be lost. There we go. Second one, or remaining one, pulls out. Another one has arrived, though at the same time. Nebelwerfer could be firing in here. If it does so quickly, would be good. And the anti-tank gun could also be secured by some Volks Grenadiers if he has anyone alive. But again, lots of infantry, not a lot to go around in terms of resources. Because again, he was floating. Meaning, instead of using those resources to gain a further battlefield advantage, he didn't. And now he has to spend those, you know. Viewer wants to know why you prefer Hellcats over M10s. This sounds almost like some sort of talk show. You know, Raging with Hans. Or something like that, you know. Viewer wants to know how you get off that Hungarian double foaming mouth rage you do so well. Well, viewers, or something like that. I can't really sound like Hans. Don't think I quite have the pitch or dialect quite right for that. And there we go, rocket artillery going in, but I think using a Stug for that is a bit excessive. A more sneaky trick would basically just be to move in a bike or something else. In this case, Howitzer is gone, kaput, but at the same time Stug is going to be lost. Hellcat's going to hit from several sides. Sherman, sticky bombs. I mean, that's good by Stug. So I'm not entirely sure if it was actually worth it. Troops getting suppressed here by the MG-42. Oh, this looks fun. Troops getting suppressed over here, and a 30 caliber up as well. Stopping the Grenadiers right there. Sniper moving in. Stug getting repaired. Additional armor car on the way. But again, he lost a Stug, and he's still not getting further veterancy for them. And another howitzer immediately goes up for Hans. Hans is still pressure, but he might still break out, of course. As Fractal is suffering again a bit needlessly, I think, at times. Grenadiers moving in. And there we go, MG gunner down to a Panzerschreck and a grenade. But artillery fire joins in. MG crew dead, but now the Grenadiers need to retreat. Rückzug. Stellungswechseln. Come on, just get the bloody hell out of there, man. Repair bank almost down, and we are seeing advance up here, and nothing to stop it. I mean, Fractal has again, due to the way he's been flooding resources, already been forced to divert all resources from the west towards the east. And now Hans is, of course, taking advantage of it. Full advantage. Still no further entry for the Stooks. Armor car moving in, forcing away the rifle, but still, victory point is no longer his. He's calling. Oh, and a veterancy free Sherman is definitely going to be a problem for Fractal and his assault guns. And an anti-tank gun recruit once more. Stook needs to pull out then, particularly since now armor piercing rounds are joining in, increasing the damage even further. And there goes Stook moving in, and nice hit on Sherman moving in. Nice on the Stook. Sniper gets off on the armored car. Anti-tank gun gets. Oh, could in fact knock out the armored car. Nebula fire trying to stop that anti-tank gun. Oh, direct hit. Anti-tank gun gone. Sherman pulling away. Hellcat moving up. And the sniper actually died. Artillery fire. Tragic for Fractal. And I'm sure Hans is most gleeful. Looks like the armored car went down again. Grenadiers trying to hold the western flank, but they are simply not enough, I fear. 352nd is now getting ground down, slowly drained of life, due to again a lack of aggression at an earlier stage from Fractal. Medic bunker going to get wrecked. And he's going to counter-attack, but again 50 caliber fire, and they're out in the open, although again Kratos can provide a bit of that cover. And he's moving up for the victory point. MG decrewed. Nice counter assault. MG also. Oh, he's getting the 30 caliber. These folks going to need to retreat. Get them out of there, man. Engineers moving in. Still no rangers from Hansi. Engineers, rifle, and artillery. Folks going to need to retreat. Grenadiers retreating. But get the false gunners away. Get them far, far away. Numerous grenadiers now holding the west. This is better. And now Hans is largely without resource again. He's lost access to all these, and he's in fact gone for an observation post on this, and both high munitions points. Insane. I mean, Hans really must be going for some serious artillery, but again, he can't get any access to it because again, Fractal actually went for this point. But I mean, interesting, and I didn't notice it. My big bad, in fact. So I'm going to clear out the 30 caliber getting out. Stook's moving out on the western front now to try and contain the issues right there. Again, nice move that Hans finally moved westwards. Artillery knocking out the grenadiers. But again, one thing you can do, of course, is shift from side to side in these cases, you know, to try and draw away the opponent, and of course force him to spread out his forces further. And that's rather what's happening now, which could in fact be benefiting Hans. Now he can move up on the east again, and there's not much to stop him unless, of course, the Stooks move in. Artillery already returns to 1 again. 30 cal moving into the house again, right in front of the nose of the Sherman. Pack though opening up on the Sherman itself. Lots of the cars gone. Stooks moving in. Sherman needs to get away. Far, far away. 28 kills though. Not much to support it. Volkswagen's moving in against the engineers.
Americans are seizing territory from us.
No medic station from Hans either, but we are seeing both supply upgrades up, and another off-map combat group. Armored car, tank destroyer, rifleman, and a mortar. Could this be the victory combination for Hans? But there we go, Hellcat flanking in, and he's of course got the other one, so that's 2 Hellcats plus an armored car. German could also be moving in. Only 1 Grenadier squad, and they are suffering already again. Numerous 50 calibers are suppressing them. And in fact, tearing through them. Stooks down, surrounded, rifleman just moving in. 30 caliber suppressing the mortar, but that's about it. Second Stook down. The Hellcat though was lost, but this one has gained now increased penetration. They are moving in to clear out the 30 caliber. Artillery knocking out the howitzer again. Insane. Let's return to Bloodraven, aka Hans, aka pounding the talk show host. Mortars it up in the ruins of the Stook. And that was quite a nasty loss right there for Fractal. He just lost both of his assault guns.
We're losing ground out there.
In a rather unfortunate situation. And he's only got 1 pack to stop it. Greyhound moving forwards. Nebula coming in, fine, there we go. And we're calling in artillery. Jolly good, Hans. And there we go. Getting back the munitions, and he's going to get 80 munitions per minute. I mean, that's a lot. Which of course means essentially he can call in artillery very, very often. Bit of flaps issue though, my apologies. But this is gone. Another Stug arriving. Looks like the 352nd is going to be emptying its entire Stug company at this. Bit unfortunate for the 352nd. So let's return to the action again. Hoping flaps can stay stable for just a few more minutes. Just 10 more. Hopefully. There we go. Stug moving in again against the Hellcat. Veteran 2 though, so Hellcat does have a slightly better chance. Grenadiers, false Grenadiers. A last push by Fractal in the 352nd. Although a bit dangerous right here out in the open. Could be a nice strike for artillery. So he has to actually be careful. But again, there's no on map, but still there's off map. Grenadiers advancing. Lots of fine. He's trying to knock out that anti-tank gun, so it will hurt him no more. Nebula of a gun. Still don't think he's actually been salvaging any of the wrecks, which again I think is a huge shame. Hans pushing on in the west. Mine goes off, damaging the engine of the Sherman. And the Greyhound suffering heavily, but no, the Panzerek misses. It might actually make it out of there. Oh, very lucky for Hans right there. Stug advances again. Another mine. Love to see all those mines from Hans again. Definitely something to emulate. And there we go. Grenadiers hit them. Getting suppressed. No killed. Mortar rounds fly. Only one kill so far though. Observation post under fire. This one has not even been touched. Artillery on in there on the Stug, but it misses. It all misses. Oh dear, poor Hans. Sherman can't react to this. Stug getting outflanked by the Hellcat though.
They're hitting one of our forwards.
Grenadiers moving up with the Panzerek. Again going for that cutoff point.
Enemy unit down.
And there we go, Storm shoots down. And Veterancy free for the Hellcat, giving it a damage bonus. Very nice. Oh, Panzerek though managed to knock out the main gun. Less fortunate. Another off-map combat group, another Hellcat. And, well, I'm not sure what else he actually got from this one. Not Rifleman, I think he... No, that was weird.
What's our plan?
Oh, well.
Krauts have cut forward supply lines.
Fractal, though, has been pushed back. His forces are in disarray. His infantry is bled out. Definitely not a good condition for the 352nd. Just Blue trying to regain some ground as Hans and the 4th Infantry Division push on. Riflemen getting pushed off. And there we go, going in after that other observation post, but I think it's a bit too late to do anything to really nullify the advantage Hans gained from this. But again, a rather interesting thing to do though. Again, something to be careful about, and certainly not something to be doing at one time, I think. Pack covering a bit there. Sherman taking fire. It has not had its engine repaired. This could be a small victory for Fractal. Observation post down. Grenadiers advancing. And there we go. Nice hit from the Sherman. Clears out several Grenadiers. But there we go. Sherman done. Brewed up. Gone tits up, in fact. Only a few Hellcats now. But still, Veterancy free. Oh, shot bounces off.
Fuel point. One of ours.
Greyhound moving westwards. Fractal is getting further and further pressured, further and further pushed back. And there we go, Grenadiers suffering a bit. Engineers moving in.
You're down to 300 points.
And Grenadiers in fact completely run off. And rather looks like Hans might in fact be winning. So Hellcats rolling in, hunting for prey and catching a defenseless armored car. Stug still not Veterancy 2. In fact, he hasn't really bothered much with his veterancy, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, he could have gotten something out with veterancy 2 for the infantry or veterancy 2 for his armor. Instead, he only got veterancy 1 for his armor and his infantry, which seems a bit underwhelming. Engineers run off. And BAR's in fact up now for Hans, a bit late into the game, I think. Need beware for fire. Grenadiers right there, there we go, got grenade, but the troops are simply getting shot up. Armored car rushing in, getting knocked out by the armored cars. Panzerek left behind as a little present for Hans. And the 4th. And some unlucky pioneers going to get killed off as well, it seems like. Last push by the assault guns. And artillery on the repair bunker. Stooks right next to it. Pack cleared out. And this is pretty much game over. So I mean, rather, what lost him the game and what won Bloodraven the game? I mean, I think the problem was a bit, the defensive doctrine. I mean, he really didn't get much use out of it. He used it for the artillery, but that was about it. And I don't think that's rather enough to justify it. He didn't really get much out of it for the farmland or anything else, but just the rockets to use to knock out the artillery. And again, he actually lost units every time when he did so. So again, the cost is debatable. I mean, I think he would have benefited more from Blitzkrieg or Terror, something that could helped him on the offense. And again, he was a bit too passive, in particular early on with the 2 Stooks before the anti-tank gun. He could have pushed and he probably could have won the game, but instead he just hung about, and that gave Hans the time to strike back with American vengeance. Also, what Hans did, with the mines was great. Lots of mines rather made it difficult for Fractal to advance. I mean, those things matter, and of course also attacking here, then there, then here, then there again, sort of forcing Fractal to move about, and again it eventually had to abandon one side altogether. So all those things rather work together in a higher unity for Hans. So there you go. Do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.